This is taking forever. Maybe one more round of that one song I was listening to. Wait, what the heck? This thing was full on power. Man. Why does this stuff always happen to my... Let's see. Hold up. Wait. It's at 27%. So I still have power. Hold on. What the heck? Why is there just a blank screen on my... Huh? But that's my Enard by Groundbreaking. Did you do that? No, impossible. You're just figures. Hold on. Did any of you do that? Any of you? Speak up now. No? Okay. I'm just gonna leave that off for now. Whatever that was, it's weird. I mean, I am an avid Five Nights at Freddy's fan, but it's just this once. I'm going off my roots to write a Bending in the Ink Machines story. What are you? Huh? What? Is it coming from... Was it you?
You're not looking in the right place.
Huh? What the... Springtrap? Your figures. Cupcake? Oh man, I wish Eth were here. He would be able to translate. But wait. Golden Freddy's the only one who might be able to spiritually talk like that, but it can't be him. Foxy, maybe? No. Something tells me it's a... Oh, you idiot! Look up! Whew. I forgot I had you. Was it you? Yes. Did you just... Were you just talking to me? I mean, that sounded a lot like Eth's puppet voice, but... What does it look like to you? I am... What do you want? What do you want? You could have anything, but just not my collection. Or my life. You can't have any of it. Oh, I don't want any of that. I want you to make a theory. A theory? On what? Can you back up a little bit, please? You're kind of making me uncomfortable. Yep, thank you. What do you think? The next one. The next what? Wait. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The next book. I know there's gonna be one more, but still, I don't have any theories on it. Not that I know of. That is where you are wrong. I know you have theories on the last installment in the books. But why do you want me to make the theory now? Scott hasn't made any updates on the books. It's just fully out there for what happened in the Twisted Ones. I mean, I know very well that Dave or Purple Guy is still alive and Charlie is presumably dead, but there are many theories out there, including my own. So you just want me to... Because I want to see if your theories are always correct. You were right about FNAF 6, and well, I wouldn't say that you were completely, but your speculations were almost correct for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I think it's possible that you could do the same for the next books.
And besides, you're losing your FNAF ways with that Bendy and the Ink Machine book, or story, whatever it is I know it's a school project, but I know you plan to eventually read it out in the future. So make the theory, or you are no longer a FNAF fan.
Well, it looks like Nightmarian isn't really giving me a choice anymore, so what the heck? It's been a while since I've read those books. My theories are always correct. But why not? It's been a while since I've made a theory. Not since the days before the release of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So why not we get straight into it? And trust me, I am a FNAF fan, so don't go hating on me too much. Please don't. You're the one I fear the most in all the FNAF games. I'm scared of you more than I am of Springtrap.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing, Springtrap, nothing. Don't worry about it. You're my favorite animatronic, but Nightmarian scares me a little more than you do. Alright? Okay. Next time? Alright. Okay, hey guys, Dr. Bolt here, and welcome to another FNAF theory. Now, since my last one, FNAF 6 did come out, disguised as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and just in case you guys haven't seen it, my theories are kind of correct, according to what Daco is saying. Well, of course it's all speculation, because Scott didn't really give us enough insight. But yeah, scary stuff over there. So, what this theory is on the next Five Nights at Freddy's book. Now, you guys may have heard of the 4 that are out already, including the Silver Eyes, the Twisted Ones, the Freddy Files, and I can't remember what the other one is. Survival Logbook or something like that? I don't know. It's like one of those children books that you get when you're like 3 to 5? I don't even know. But yeah, anyways, what I want to talk about is a little bit of a speculation of what we will be seeing in the next book. Now, there are spoilers for the Twisted Ones in here, but I think we need to start from the beginning. So spoilers for both of those books, because the Freddy Files is basically just a game kind of log thing that goes into the games, and it is the book that gave us that first image of Scrap Baby. Well, I do have a baby figure right over here, but you don't see her, but you might in a bit. But anyways, let's get into it. So, I think I should discuss a little bit of, I think I should start with reading the back part of the Silver Eyes here. Now, please don't copyright me, Scott. I know you might be out there watching this, but okay. Okay, let me just read what it says back here. Of course, it's from the creator of the best-selling horror game series Five Nights at Freddy's. As you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is from Scott Cawthon. So anyways, it says, 10 years after the horrific murders at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that ripped their town apart, Charlie, whose father owned the restaurant, and her childhood friends reunite on the anniversary of the tragedy and find themselves at the old pizza place, which has been locked up and abandoned for years. After they discover a way inside, they realize that things are not as they used to be. The 4 adult-sized animatronic mascots that once entertained patrons have changed. They now have a dark secret and a murderous agenda. Very murderous, because they're after their killer, who in the book calls himself Dave, but by the end we know who he truly is. William Afton, aka Springtrap, aka Purple Guy. So anyways, let me go over what happens real quick. So they return to their hometown. Well, most of them do. One of the characters still lives in that town. They go to the old pizzeria location twice without getting caught. The third time, Dave, William, whatever his name is, he's just standing there. He's all like, I know you guys are here. What are you doing back there? I know what's back there. And yeah. Then things not get to go, but go a little crazy with the animatronics. They begin to act weird, and then the character Carlton is captured by what another character, Jason, describes as well, he says it's Bonnie, but of course we already know who it is. It's not Bonnie. It's Spring Bonnie. And what Spring Bonnie is doing, he keeps Carlton there because, well, it's not Spring Bonnie, it's Dave. And after that, they go and try and figure out a little bit more. Charlie and her friend John try to figure out more about her past, aka the disappearance of her brother Sammy, and what happened to her father. Now, MatPat did make a strong theory that because, well, in the book it said that Charlie's father commits suicide, and, well, people say that it was Baby, but judging by the description of the animatronic that did kill him, I'm saying it's Ennard. But anyways, they go back to Freddy's to try and find Jason, who went there to try and find Carlton. They find Jason. Charlie finds Carlton, who's been stuffed in a Springlock suit, gets him out because she knows how to work the stuff, and then all hell breaks loose, basically. The animatronics try to kill them. Foxy actually gets his hook in Charlie's leg, and it's just crazy. But then something happens. One of their friends was actually one of William Afton's victims, and he went on to possess Golden Freddy. And Golden Freddy stops them, well, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, from killing his old friends, basically. And then Carlton's father, who's actually the chief of police in the town, gets in, and they're about to leave, but then Charlie has another surprise. She gets grabbed around the neck, almost choked to death, by Dave inside of Spring Bonnie again. And yet again, he says that she dies if they don't do what he says. But then Charlie realizes that he's the one who killed her friend Michael and Sammy. So what she does, she drives her hands into the neck of the costume, triggers the spring locks, killing him. And then we see him reemerge as that, and ignore the tape. His hand is, well, his arm is kind of broken. Yeah. Same as kind of with my Nightmare Foxy figure. But anyways, I think the book ends with Charlie in a graveyard at her father's grave, I think. But then she has like a flashback to her at Fredbear's because her father made both Fredbear's and Freddy Fazbear's. So, a lot of crazy stuff here. But what truly happened to her brother? We'll go into more detail in the Twisted Ones. Now, let me read the back of this. Or, you know what? I have a better idea. I'll let Eth Goes Boom's Toy Freddy read it for you. But, yeah. Let's hear it, Toy Fred.
The highly anticipated sequel to the best-selling Five Nights at Freddy's The Silver Eyes. It's been a year since the horrific events at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and Charlie is just trying to move on. Even with the excitement of a new school and a fresh start, she is still haunted by nightmares of a masked murderer and 4 gruesome animatronic puppets. Charlie thinks her ordeal is over, but when a series of bodies are discovered near her school, bearing wounds that are disturbingly similar, she finds herself drawn back into the world of her father's frightening creations. Something twisted is hunting Charlie, and this time, if it finds her, it's not letting her go.
Yeah, that gave me chills. Absolute chills the first time I heard that description. So, let me go over it. I do have the Twisted Ones right here. So, it takes place 1 year after the events of the Silver Eyes. Charlie's trying to move on, but of course, she just can't after she learns her brother is real. Sorry, itchy nose. Anyways, she's haunted by nightmares of a masked murderer and 4 animatronic puppets. And, of course, these guys are, well, I know it's backwards, but strangely enough, Nightmare doesn't appear in this book, but I think Shadow Freddy does, because, well, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I don't think I could find it, but I know that there's one point where they see, well, John and, who was it, Jessica? I think it was Jessica. Hold on. Oh, okay, where is I think it was Jessica. Yeah, I think it was Jessica. And Carlton's father, they're running after the animatronics who have made their way to an underground FNAF 2-esque location because there are balloon boys there. And they see something that looks like Freddy, but John says that it might be wanting them to follow whatever it is. But I know already it's Shadow Freddy. And Nightmare is kind of what Shadow Freddy is, essentially. But you know what? Because I made that theory, why not I prove it by a little song, or well, a bit from a song from a good but talented video game songwriter, Tryhard Ninja. Take it away, buddy.
Past whole story from the past. He rules, he said, follow me,
Yeah. And we also see in the FNAF 3 mini-games in between nights, Shadow Freddy lures Freddy and the others, except for Golden Freddy, of course, to the back room where they are dismantled by Purple Guy, saying, "Follow me." So that kind of helps with it. Anyways, let's get on to what happens at the end of the Silver Eyes, the Twisted Ones. I almost said spoilers. All right. Also, I'm going to need to get the Freddy files for this. Didn't mean for those to drop. Anyways, let's see what happens at the end. So, anyways. Okay, so I can't find out where it is, even though it's like right at the end of the book, but I'd rather not read it out. But anyways, let me just recap. They escape from the underground FNAF 2-esque pizzeria location. And it's a secret room that Charlie and John found earlier in the book at Charlie's old childhood home. And anyways, as they're trying to get out because it's collapsing... Why'd I point that way? Anyways, it's collapsing and Twisted Freddy appears. And it's not like that Freddy. Let me see if I can find him in here. He's actually pretty easy to find. Where is he? There he is. Not completely him, but... I do have a poster of him. Here's a picture of that now, and that on the. I get my lefts and rights mixed up. It's my left, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's your left too. Anyways, yeah, that's just a new animatronic wolf. There is actually a bit of an Easter egg in like the hidden pictures of, like, I think it was the one of Baby, where there's like a wolf picture there. Anyways, Twisted Freddy comes up, captures Charlie, but then, as John and Jessica are trying to get her out of the suit, they hear the spring locks trigger and blood starts to pour from Twisted Freddy. It's not a pretty picture. Anyways, the whole house collapses and they believe that Charlie is dead. Yeah, like she's dead. I mean, it was spring locks. I mean, Dave was able to... Springtrap was able to survive because in this book he likes to call himself Springtrap. Even though he's in it for a real short time at the end. Anyways, so, yeah, Springtrap was able to survive. Twice, I might add. And it's possible Charlie did survive. So anyways, Charlie's friend from school, Artie, comes to the diner where John and Jessica are waiting. And Marla from the last book comes as well. But as they are just discussing of how sad it is that Charlie is, well, dead... She pulls up. She pulls up to the diner. Now, there is three theories that comes to this. Two people have actually made. One is from my perspective, and this is probably what we are going to be seeing on the cover of the final book. Now, either A, it is Charlie, but different. It is Charlie, though. B, it's someone who looks like Charlie, and Daco actually came up with that theory. Or C, it's Ennard. Because Ennard... Oh, can you move over a bit, please? Thank you. Or there. You know, look at the camera. Look at the camera. I guess that works. Anyways, Ennard is known to take out people's insides and use them as a flesh suit. So it would make sense if Ennard did that to Charlie following the events of the Twisted Ones, and who knows, maybe he's going to be the one on the cover of the next book, whatever it's called. And anyways, it might not be like this. It might be like the face underneath its mask, but I'm actually trying here, but it's actually just glued on there. It's actually melted in there. And also, yeah, that's all the theories that could come up with. And also, here's another theory. Now, it is a little bit based off of the ending of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Let's move him over here a bit. But in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, Henry, Charlie's father, is the one who makes you salvage animatronics under your guidelines of paragraph 4, whatever that is. Anyways, as that happens, he plans to bring baby Freddy, or Funtime Freddy, who has been merged with Ballora and Funtime Foxy, Springtrap, Lefty, a new animatronic, which has been used to capture the puppet, who he was successful at, and burn them. But he says something, and I'm actually directly quoting this from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. "My daughter, if you can hear me, I know you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and forgotten. And that day he talks about is the day outside of Fredbear's Family Diner when Purple Guy took his first victim, the puppet." And because he says my daughter, that actually confirms another theory of mine where I said the puppet is a girl. That confirms it. The puppet's gender is known, everyone. The puppet is a girl. Okay, less of that. Anyways, moving on. The puppet... In the books, Henry's daughter is Charlie, so who's to say that another option for what happened to Charlie is she went on to possess the puppet? But in the books, it is Sammy who is killed at Fredbear's Family Diner, which is completely different from the games, because Scott did say that the books are different from the games. And also, I am going to go on a bit of a hunch here, but who's to say that... Alright, now here's what I'm predicting for the next Five Nights at Freddy's book. First, the cover, Ennard's face. Just like for the first book, it was Freddy's face, and for the second book, because it's all nightmarish and all that, it's Nightmare. So who's to say, because of what John said at the end, which is, in fact, that's not Charlie, it could be Ennard. I probably should have said that before. Yeah, John says that's not Charlie to Artie at the end of the book. So that actually helps back up my theory that Charlie is Ennard, or it's just someone else. So here's a few predictions. 1, Charlie will be completely different. She will be Ennard, and over time, just like in the cutscenes, after you beat very hard mode on specific, not very specific, but on different modes in Sister Location Custom Night, she's just gonna keep on turning greener and greener, and then purple, and then her body's just gonna completely decay away and reveal Ennard. And here's another one. We're finally gonna figure out what happened to Sammy. If he's dead or alive, if he's the male version of Charlie, because they are twins, or if he's the puppet. Who knows? Because we have not yet seen the puppet. Now, when I first read The Silver Eyes and they kept talking about a music box, I kept on thinking it was the puppet's music box, but at the end, it's revealed that it was Freddy's music box, so the puppet isn't in any way, shape, or form in the books yet. But anyways, yeah, that's basically what I've got. And also there are the other questions, like what happened to Charlie's mom? Why did the killer take Sammy but leave Charlie? And is Charlie's childhood home connected to another location similar to the FNAF 4 house and the sister location building? Who knows? Only Scott knows. But until he reveals what actually happened in the next book, we are yet to speculate and only figure it out through theories and also learn a little bit more as the books and games do come out. Now, people have been saying that FNAF, or well, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator was the last game Scott was going to make, but I have a feeling he's got a lot more in mind. Maybe it's not going to be like the whole Afton family storyline as MatPat says, but maybe just like different characters. Maybe he's going to bring back Freddy and the others. Maybe he's just going to do a lot of other things with this franchise, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of FNAF out there. There's 6 games, 4 books. I mean, all these figures I'm surrounded by. Wait, no, there's 7 games including FNAF World, but let's not talk about that because Scott hates FNAF World. A lot of people hate FNAF World because of that stupid rainbow, I bet. If people didn't hate FNAF World before Update 2, they would hate it because of the rainbow. And also, I will note that all of this is sort of my speculation. Of course, some of this comes from Daco and like MatPat and all that. I honestly, when I first saw that line at the end. Oh, hold on. I just saw something. Springtrap actually says something weird. Well, okay, let me describe the scene. Charlie has him pinned to the ground and he's like struggling and Charlie is like losing it. She says that she will just kill him if he doesn't tell her what happened to Sammy. She's all like, and well, you know what she's like. But anyways, Springtrap then said, before she's like, I don't even know, but before she like really goes at it, and he actually says, I didn't choose him, or I should probably try and do that in Springtrap's voice, but I'm not gonna try and do that voice. Okay, anyways, he says, I didn't choose him, and Charlie's like, that she'll kill him, and what do you mean you didn't choose him? You took him from me. Why did you take him from me? Directly quoted from the book. And then Springtrap then says, I didn't take him. I took you. Which doesn't even make sense, because in the first book, Charlie specifically remembers Spring Bonnie coming in and taking Sammy. And she even has nightmares about it. So, that's where my mind goes blank. What does he mean? He chose Charlie and not Sammy. If he chose Charlie, it would be Sammy we would be reading about. Only one way to find out. Wait until Scott releases the next book. Now, it's almost been a year since he first revealed the Twisted Ones, so who's to say that next month he might reveal the next book, and my whole theory on the FNAF cover of Ennard's face is correct. We'll see. So guys, let's hope that this is all crazy. I'm gonna move on with the Brick Bronze storyline tomorrow. So if you thought the video was good, please do drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and as always guys, have a good day. See ya.